I don't know why I'm bothering to put this down. No one will find the papers. And if they do, they won't believe what's written here. But writing steadies my hand, and I need that right now, more than anything. The tremor has gotten worse since the sun dipped behind the ridgeline. I swear, even the trees have gone still, as if the forest itself is holding its breath to watch what happens to me. My name doesn't matter. Not out here. Names get swallowed by the hills just like everything else. I came to the Appalachia for the quiet. Funny, isn't it? I thought the mountains meant peace, meant space to think. But the quiet here isn't peace, it's a weight, a pressure, a reminder that there are places untouched by man, and they remain untouched for a reason. The first day, the mountains welcomed me. Mist drifting like breath through the valleys, cicadas humming in waves, the air full of old stone and damp leaves, a trail that twisted like a question mark. I cooked by a little fire and read until the dark came down thick in velvet. I thought I was alone. That night was the first time I heard it. Just past midnight, the sound threaded through the stillness, soft, deliberate, too slow to be a deer. I remember sitting up, holding my breath, the fire a circle of dying orange. I couldn't see beyond it, and the dark felt like an ocean I'd fallen into. Something moved just past where the firelight ended. Not fast, not panicked, just aware. I didn't sleep again until dawn arrived, like a weak apology. The second day, I told myself stories. Maybe it was a bear, a coyote, a drifter. Anything reasonable, anything human. And for most of the daylight hours, I almost believed it. The sun makes liars brave, but the feeling never left. The sense that something watched me from between the knotted pines. Every now and then, a branch snapped with too much intention. Once, a stone rolled down a slope behind me, even though the air was still. By nightfall, I had convinced myself to pack up and leave in the morning. No shame in that. People get spooked in the woods all the time. But it didn't want me to leave. I know how that sounds. Believe me, I do. But after sundown on my second night, the forest changed. Everything. The bugs, the birds, the wind went dead quiet. Not even the gnats hovered. It was as if I'd stepped into a pocket of silence, carved out by something ancient and territorial. And then, that is when I heard the voice. It wasn't a voice the way you'd think. More like a suggestion of sound. A scrape threaded with breath. Words stretched into something almost human, but somehow older. The whisper dragged across bark. A call that didn't care to be understood. It came from behind me, from the hollow between two trees that bent like ribs around an unseen spine. My skin crawled with instincts older than language. I should have run. I should have fought. But I froze, feeling like the bones inside me had turned to stone. That was the moment I first knew I wouldn't survive. I didn't panic, oddly enough. The fear sank into something darker, heavier, like accepting the final move in a game you didn't realize you'd been playing. It didn't want me dead. Not yet. It wanted me hopeless first, hollowed out, my will stripped like bark. So I sat there, in the dark, while the whispers circled my camp, sometimes close enough to feel breath on the back of my neck. By the time dawn cracked open the night, my nerves were raw, my limbs shook. I didn't break camp, I fled from it, leaving the fire ring, the food bag, everything behind. I thought daylight would weaken it. It didn't. Whatever hunts out here doesn't fear the sun. It only hides beneath it, patient, waiting for shadows to stretch long enough to move through them again. The forest is working against me. I swear the trail I followed has vanished. Paths bend the wrong way. Trees that should be on my left are suddenly on my right. Streams appear where no streams were yesterday. I'm walking through a maze that's rearranging itself around me. This is the third day. I think. Wait. No, I don't know. I don't know. Time's thinning out like breath on a mirror. My legs ache. My lips are cracked. I haven't eaten. I can barely drink. Every time I kneel at a creek, I feel eyes staring from beneath the water's surface, watching me over rippling reflections. And the quiet follows me, and it follows me, yes. There's a moment every evening, just after the sun drops, but before the darkness settles, when the world holds its breath again. That's when I hear it. When the leaves shiver without wind. When the shadows draw themselves long and sharp. When the trees hum with its presence. And I swear they listen to it. Like it's something they've always known. Like it's something they serve. Yesterday, I finally caught a glimpse. I was climbing a steep rise, hands on roots, boots scraping loose soil, when the woods went still. The air thinned, and behind me, leaves parted with a whisper. I didn't want to turn around. I swear I didn't, but I did. It stood between two narrow trunks, tall, too tall. Its limbs stretched wrong, its outline blending with the trees like it had grown out of them. Eyes, if you could call them eyes, glinted, pale as bone. It didn't move. It didn't blink. It just watched. I couldn't look away. Tears slid down my face without permission. Not from terror, not exactly, but from knowing deep in my marrow that I didn't belong here. That those mountains had judged me and found me wanting. Then it stepped backward. One slow, smooth motion, and vanished into the dark like a shadow folding itself away. Something about the way it moved broke me. Now I sit against a falling log, writing this as light fades My pack is gone. I dropped it somewhere during the climb. My compass spins in circles. My feet are blistered, raw, and the quiet has returned. Yes, it has returned. That same heavy, listening, quiet. The kind that presses the air flat. The kind that means it's close. I keep thinking about the stories I heard as a kid. The old mountain tales whispered around fires of watchers in the woods, of things older than the first settlers, of creatures that own the land and punish those who wander too far into their territory. I used to laugh at them. Oh, how I laughed at them. And now I think. No, I know those stories weren't warnings, but they were apologies. The sky is dimming now. Colors draining out. The trees are blackening into silhouettes, their branches curling like fingers around the last traces of day. I can't see far. The ridgelines melt together like dark waves, but I hear it again. Behind me. A slow, deliberate step. Leaves parting. The kind of sound that wants you to know it's there. My hands are trembling so badly that the pencil scratches across the paper. I force myself to keep writing because soon I won't be able to. My breath is shallow. The cold sinking through the air is not natural. It's the cold of something that brings darkness with it. Another step. Closer. The quiet thickens until it's almost a sound by itself. I know what it wants. I've known for hours. It's not hungry. It's not malice. It's something like gravity, a force that pulls you in because it is older, because it is inevitable, because it can. I don't think it kills in any way we understand. I think it takes, folds you into the forest, makes you part of the silence. Maybe that's why the woods here feel so heavy, so full. Maybe it's full of people who never left. Maybe the quiet is their voices, and maybe, just maybe, soon, I'll be one of them. My last hope was to reach the ridge, to see some distant road or town lights, but the ridge only showed more mountains, rolling on forever like dark, sleeping beasts under a clouded sky. No smoke, no headlights, no way out. The silence behind me shifts. Branches flex. Something tall moves through them. I can feel it now, its presence like a hand pressed against my spine. It isn't angry. It isn't impatient. It's just certain that I am the next thing that will join the quiet. I wish I could fight, run, scream, but there is a strange peace settling over me, heavy and resigned, like the last exhale of someone too tired to beg for help. Maybe that's what the mountains wanted from me all along. Acceptance. A final step sounds inches away. The air chills, sinking into my lungs like frost. The outline of a shadow leans over me. Long arms, curved shape, eyes pale and hollow. I don't lift my head. There's nothing left to see, nothing left to do. I set the pencil down. The quiet is swallowing everything now. The trees, the sky, my heartbeat. Soon it will swallow me too. To whoever finds this, if anyone ever does, don't come looking. These mountains don't lose people, they keep them. And now they're keeping me.